number 5.
So, number 5, Sam Briggs. Sam Briggs is 39 years old, and she's still competing with the elite level open individuals at the games. This will be her 9th time competing there. She was a champion in 2013. That's her only podium finish, though. So that's kind of a little bit of a knock against her when comparing her to some of the others. And obviously, we're getting into this like the best of the best here. She doesn't really have any terrible performance at the games, but her 3 worst finishes are 19th, 18th, and 25th. Again, those 18th and 25th are from the last 2 years, though, and 19th is a rookie year. So in between there, and she didn't make the games every year. She had a couple years where she missed, including 2014 due to handstand walking, so she wasn't able to come back and try to defend her title that year. But her finishes were 4th, 1st, 4th, 4th, and 9th. So 5 consecutive years in the prime of her career inside the top 10, 4 of those inside the top 4. And Sam Briggs comes in 4th all-time currently with 11 event wins at the games. She's also been incredibly impressive in recent off-season competitions. Again, we of course know that she's usually competing against girls that are 5 to 15 years younger than her in these events. She won Dubai 2 years ago. She won the Australian CrossFit Sanctional. She was 3rd at Dubai the second year she competed there. She was 5th at 5150, and she was 12th at the Rogue Online event. So phenomenal in every sense. She's been around forever. She's got incredible proficiency to win events. She has great performances at the games. She has a championship under her belt. And I said that it was like she was still in this group with Sarah and Kristen and Carrie that I was kind of debating between, but I still feel like Sam deserves this spot in the top 5.
I really like Sam Briggs, and I don't know if this is what the exact word is for this, but in 2014 or 15, whatever year you said that was, that she didn't make the games, I would call that one of the most, is the word heartbreaking, controversial, noteworthy topics around her because it really changed the games that year in terms of the validity of that win for those of us who were watching it closely. Kind of like it, validity is a little strong, but kind of like how it changes the landscape that Matt's not in it this year.
That was the same year, so Sam would have been the defending champ. She didn't qualify, and then Cara was up there battling with Camille for the title that year, and she had to withdraw. So potentially, the 2 fittest women that year weren't able to finish the competition or even start it.
Wow. Talk about having the stars align for Camille.
So that means Camille's not in your top 4.
Ooh.
Wow.
Very good call. Good call, Hobart.
And also, I just want to say real quick, Nick
does that mean
says
she's number 11? Does that mean Camille's number 11? Is that your guess for number 11, Hobart?
11 or 12, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead, Hobart.
Nick from YouTube says that how many people do well in the Open and then end up last in the games?
Yeah. See, so that's really revealing that comment because they're different. They're different competitions, but they all are still in that CrossFit ecosystem in terms of where the test is coming from, and the test is coming from the company that defined the fittest, or the man that defined the fittest, Greg Glassman.
Brian, who has the most Triple Crown wins? So like win the Open in the year, win the regional, win the games.
Wow.
Well, Tia's only won the Open once, and I think it was it this year? Or did she win it there last year? So I'm trying to think of any women. Maybe I don't know if any woman has ever done that actually. Maybe Sam.
But I think Matt and Rich have done that a couple times, right?
Oh yeah, on the men's side, Rich won it probably in 3 times in a row: 2012, 13, 14, and Fraser. He didn't win the Open every year. He didn't care to that couple years. But I think he did maybe do that in 2017 and 2018. So I'd say Rich probably has 3 and Matt has 2, but I'm not. I'm just guessing.
Is Samantha Briggs top 3 in the most mentally tough disciplined athletes?
I mean,
like, has anyone competed harder for longer? Not a soul.
Maybe. I mean, there's only 3 athletes in the history of the games, men or women, with more games appearances than her.
Wow, who are they?
Annie Thorsdottir, Ben Smith, and Rebecca Voigt.
There you
Wow.
go. That's rarefied air. That's cool.
And I'd like to argue this for Sam Briggs. If she was at the games, she deserved to win the Spirit of the Games. So any year that you see someone won the Spirit of the Games and it wasn't her, you know that there's a political bias. Because I'm telling you, from being down there on the field with her, there is nobody who compares to her in terms of camaraderie, presence, attentiveness to her fellow athletes, attitude. She is in a league of her own.
Yeah, Spriggs is awesome. That's cool. I like that a lot. 5. You got 1 out of 10 right so far, Brian. You're getting there.
Oh shit! But you got to weigh the one. You got to weigh the ones at the top more heavily.
Yeah. We'll see what happens here.
If you get the next 4 right, Brian, James will let us publish this show with his picture on it.
Well, we'll see then.
Hey, and by the way, why is the hot link to watching this show live not a picture of me and a picture of Hobart?
I know, and it's not a great picture. I'm gonna send you guys some different pictures.
It's a great picture of you. What are you talking about?
I mean, that came from Torrin, Emmy winner.
Yeah, great. Torrin Simpson, he killed it. That's a great photo.